Hello, dear fans, friends, and subscribers of Cricket Happenings. This is your host Ram, welcoming you to your Saturday edition of the Cricket Happening show. As you know, the Indian Premier League 2019 kicked off today at Chennai in the Chidambaram Stadium amidst a lot of razzmatazz, as is often associated with Indian Premier League, which is a sort of a mega event in India every year. And the Indian Premier League 2019, I have to say, as far as RCB is concerned, Royal Challengers Bangalore were taking on the defending champions, Chennai Super Kings, today. And one has to say that the Royal Challengers Bangalore they put up a very, very dismal performance in the first match, and that is not a beginning that any team would have liked to have, as the RCB, the mighty Royal Challengers Bangalore, led by the Indian captain Virat Kohli, were bowled out for just 70 runs, and it was definitely a pitch which was slow. The ball was not coming out of the bat, strokes were not easy to play, and the cardinal error that all the RCB batsmen did was to attack the bowlers and kept paying the penalty, and they never realized till such time they were bowled out for 70 runs. And for Chennai Super Kings, it was definitely a very sensible play by the Chennai Super Kings, not taking any risks, biding their time. Even though the score was 70, they were in absolutely no rush. They took their time at the crease, and if you look at the score, they only clinched the victory in 17.4 overs. So that really tells you what a sensible approach from the Chennai Super Kings batsmen. And who else? When you have Mahendra Singh Dhoni as the captain of the team, you can expect something out of the ordinary for sure. And that's what precisely happened. He's one who can suss up things pretty quickly, and he did that, and then the results were there, as you would say. So I'm going to do a brief report on that. And the other things that I have on the agenda today is that Pakistan are taking on Australia in the second one-day international at the Sharjah cricket ground. So I'll have a brief talk on that. And also Sri Lanka, who would be ending their tour of South Africa tomorrow on a final T20, would like to go on a winning note. Whether they can do that against the very, very powerful South Africans remains to be seen. So I will also have a look at that as well. And also two upcoming matches that are coming up on Sunday, the second and third matches of Indian Premier League 2019. So first, let's talk about the game, which is the season opener in the Indian Premier League 2019, played at the Chidambaram Stadium in Chennai. Royal Challengers Bangalore took on Chennai Super Kings, and the toss was a good one to win. It was very well done. I think the toss also mattered. So let's see. I believe the RCB, the Royal Challengers Bangalore, or Chennai. I'm just going to just have a check on that once more, just to make sure. Well, Chennai Super Kings were the ones who actually elected to field first. So Dhoni won the toss and elected to field first against the Royal Challengers Bangalore. And what a decision from Mahendra Singh Dhoni. And he immediately, this is what, the speciality of the former Indian captain Mahendra Singh Dhoni. What he does best is he susses up things pretty quickly. There was just one over that he saw. In fact, probably Chennai Super Kings were already under the impression that this pitch would really help spin. They had loaded their team with lots of spinners, and it all started off with Deepak Chahar bowling the first over, and in the very first over, in fact, the Indian skipper Mahendra Singh Dhoni had sussed up that this pitch is not going to be easy to bat on. And he did not waste a single moment of time. He did not get his bowler Shardul Thakur to bowl. In fact, he tossed the ball to the very experienced Harbhajan Singh, who has not been bowling off lately, as we all know. Well, what a spell from Bajji. Look at what he did. First, he picked up the wicket of Virat Kohli. Virat Kohli got a ball which was short and was turning into him, and Kohli on the back foot tried to pull the delivery, but he was out. Caught by Jadeja at mid-wicket of the bowling of Harbhajan Singh for 6 of 12 balls. That was wicket number 1. Next to go was Moeen Ali, who actually spooned a catch back to Harbhajan Singh. And Harbhajan Singh was on an absolutely roll because this was a ball which actually held up, which really showed what the pitch was doing. And those ball was spinning away from him, and Moeen Ali was already into his stroke, and the ball he ended up spooning the ball in the air, and Harbhajan Singh off his own bowling taking the catch over his head. So that was wicket number 2, 28 for 2. The score read in 5.2 overs, and then that quickly changed to the third wicket when the man who is the most dangerous player in international cricket, AB de Villiers, walked in, and this time Harbhajan Singh had the better of AB de Villiers as well, and that was a big wicket as AB tried to sweep the delivery from Harbhajan Singh, and he took the top edge. Mid-wicket, Jadeja was once again back in business, taking the wicket, taking the catch, and de Villiers gone 9 of 10 balls, and the RCB were really slipping into the mire. 38 for 3, but Parthiv Patel was holding the fort there and trying to just stay at the crease. But after that, and then there was some very Salman Hatmir was actually making his IPL debut, and very brainless run out there. He went for a non-existent run. Parthiv Patel didn't even respond, and rightly so. And Hetmyer, on his IPL debut, was run out for naught by a Raina Dhoni combination. And once Harbhajan had already dealt the early blows with those 3 wickets, three big wickets at that, then now came the time for another debutant to walk in to join Parthiv Patel. His name was Shivam Dube, of whom much was expected because of his prowess, big hitting prowess. But nothing really happened on his debut. And now, as I said, once Harbhajan Singh had done his job in the initial stages, Imran Tahir started, as I said, he started, dissecting the middle order with Dubey gone for 2, and then he picked up the wicket of Navdeep Saini for 2 and Chahal for 4. Granholm was a victim of the bowling of Jadeja for 4. Yadav fell bowled by Jadeja, and it was a very dismal performance, and especially the crowd that had assembled. Yes, Chennai, it was played in Chennai, but there would have been a lot of RCB supporters who would have been pretty disappointed. They would have never expected that RCB would be bowled out for 70 odd runs, just 70 runs in the season opener against such a great team like Chennai Super Kings. So 70 all out. The highest scorer was Parthiv Patel, who contributed, and he was the only one who got into double figures. Can you believe it? Parthiv Patel, 29 of 35 deliveries, 2 fours, was a victim of the bowling of Bravo. 70 runs all out, and if you look at that bowling from the RCB, Chennai Super Kings bowlers, absolute gems. Chahar, 4 overs, none for 17. Harbhajan Singh, 4 overs, no more than 20 runs on 3 wickets, was also named man of the match. Suresh Raina, 1 over for 6. Imran Tahir, 4 overs, 1 made 9 runs on 3 wickets. Ravindra Jadeja, 4 overs, 1 made 15 runs on 2 wickets. And Bravo bowled a solitary delivery, and that resulted in Parthiv Patel's wicket as he came into the 18th over and bowled that. And Chennai Super Kings, they did not have a good start. Shane Watson was an early victim of the bowling of the leggy Yuzvendra Chahal. It was Watson trying to hit a delivery, missed it entirely, and it went on to hit the stumps. So it was gone for duck. But Ambati Raidu and Suresh Raina played very sensibly. They decided that even though it was only 70 runs to get, they were in no hurry. They took their sweet time at the crease, and Ambati Rayudu contributed 28 of 42 balls, 2 fours and 1 6, and Suresh Raina 19 of 21, 3 fours, and then finally Jadhav and Jadeja were there when the victory came. Not out 13, Jadeja not out 6, 71 for 7 wicket victory. And as I said, very sensible cricket by the Chennai Super Kings, not rushing it and taking it step by step. Yuzvendra Chahal's bowling figures was very impressive. 4 overs, 1 made and 1 for 6. Navdeep Saini, the young pace bowler, was really into his element. And what was most impressive was Navdeep Saini, the young pacer, was that he was bowling at 150 clicks. So that's quite pacey, and he probably could be the one who would be expected to give the breakthrough in the IPL for the RCB. So Moeen Ali 4 overs 1 for 19, Umesh Yadav 3 overs 1 for 13, Mohammad Siraj 2 overs 1 minute 1 for 5, and as I said, Dubey bowled 4 balls for 3 runs, and it was the end of the match here, but definitely, as I said, the Chennai Super Kings doing a wonderful job and winning the season opener by 7 wickets, which really would have boosted them a great deal. And RCB, definitely never had a very good record against the Chennai Super Kings. If you look at the win-loss record, and I think Chennai Super Kings once again reigning supreme, and that too in a very big way today. So that is as far as Chennai Super Kings victory were concerned. Now we will, as I said, we will talk about certain other things. We can talk about the second one-day international, which is coming up between the Australians and Australia and Pakistan, and that is something that is something which one is waiting to see as to what would happen. The other days, Australia had a very easy victory. If you look at the Pakistan team, it'll be interesting to see whether they are going to make any changes after losing the first ODI, the second ODI, whether there is a possibility that Mohammad Hasnain, the young 18-year-old pacer, could play. And the only reason that one would expect him to play is because the only reason being that he's young and raw, and also since Pakistan have already lost the first match, it would be a good idea for Mohammad Hasnain to be rushed in, only for the simple reason that the Aussies don't know what to expect, because he's someone who would be bowling to the Aussies for the first time, and he's bowling for the first time in international cricket, and so I think it would be a good idea to probably get in Hasnain in the mix, but it depends, because the other days, Yasir Shah was pretty costly, and that is something that they would know. So it will be interesting to see as to what are the changes that Pakistan would be doing in the second ODI, which is coming up at the Sharjah cricket ground. Shoaib Malik, the captain, was a bit short of runs. He could not contribute, and he would be expected to score some runs. So if you look at the Pakistan team here, Imam ul Haq, Shan Masood, Umar Akmal, Harris Sohail Revin played well. So definitely the bowling, Yasir Shah, if he's playing, or whether they would like to bring in Mohammad Hasnain. That would be interesting. Pat Cummins was rested for the opening match. As you know, they are definitely wanting to rest their key players before the World Cup. Australia, if you look at it, Usman Khawaja and Arun Finch will open the innings. And the Aussies are looking pretty strong. Stoinis, Turner, Carey. The bowling is looking very well organized. Nathan Lyon did a very good job with the ball as well. So I think Australia are looking better placed here in this ODI series, with the second ODI coming up at the Sharjah cricket ground. The other match that is coming up is Sri Lanka are playing their last match of their South African tour and would definitely like to end it on a winning note. Um, now, now the thing is that whether South Africa, who have already won the series, are going to experiment by having the new wicketkeeper batsman by the name Sinethamba Kweshil into the team. One has to wait and watch as to what they come up with. Sri Lanka versus South Africa. So Sri Lanka could salvage something in the T20 series if at all they could get at least one single win against the South Africa. So that will be interesting to see as to what happens. And Lasith Malinga, the Sri Lankan captain, has already mentioned that he would be retiring after the T20 World Cup, which would be happening in 2020 in Australia, I reckon. And also, let's remember that Lasith Malinga was the one who captained the Sri Lankan side to a T20 World Cup victory, their first T20 World Cup victory in the year 2014. So definitely he would have ripe memories of that. And Lasith Malinga is 35 years of old of age, 35 years old, but what a wonderful servant he has been to Sri Lankan cricket, and he continues to do so. And of late one has seen that Malinga has once again got his thunderbolts going. He has got his mojo, one could say, which he had lost for a brief time. So that is one thing which Malinga will be happy about, and one would love to see Malinga play in the World Cup 2019. I think he would be a sort of a big player in the Sri Lankan scheme of things in the World Cup. Well, other than that, the other thing that I'm going to talk about is, as I said, there are two matches coming up tomorrow in the Indian Premier League 2019. Just a brief look, I would say, as the Kolkata Knight Riders and Sunrisers Hyderabad would be clashing. And let me tell you, this is going to be a real cruncher, no doubt about it, because both the teams are having a very good balance in their batting as well as bowling, and I think we are in for a royal battle between Knight Riders and Sunrisers Hyderabad. Sunrisers Hyderabad have already lost Shikhar Dhawan from their team, and he's be playing for Delhi Capital. Delhi Capital will be taking on Mumbai Indians tomorrow in the third match of the IPL 2019. So Shikhar Dhawan will definitely strengthen the Delhi side, and also the man who would be in action would be the one who is coming back after the ban that the Australians had imposed on him after the ball tampering incident. None other than David Warner, the opener, who has been a sort of he's not the captain, as you know. Kane Williamson is the captain, and David Warner would be the one who was ceded the captaincy to Kane Williamson, and David Warner would be expected to score, as David Warner and Stephen Smith have to score a lot of runs to prove their point before their names are put into the World Cup squad. So David Warner is playing cricket after quite a long time. It will be interesting to see how he goes. But as you know, he's such a wonderful player. And as far as Mumbai Indians, who are taking on the Delhi Capital. Now, Delhi Capital, the reason being the Delhi Daredevils, they have been rebranded as a new name, which is called the Delhi Capital. And as I said, the good news for Delhi Capital is that they have Shikhar Dhawan, who has been a big part of the success story for Sunrisers Hyderabad, who would be actually playing for the Delhi Capital. And I think that in itself is a sort of a big, I would say, Delhi Capital will be in with a big chance because of his very good batting. And Mumbai Indians, well, Rohit Sharma has already mentioned that he's going to open in all the matches of the IPL, which is good to see. And I think Mumbai is a very, very powerful team. So Delhi Capital Definitely it's not going to be easy. For Mumbai Indians, they also have other worries as well. Adam Min has pulled off, and also their big draw card, Lasit Malinga, who has been the part of the success story for Mumbai Indians in the past in IPL. He's also not there, as I said. He'll have to. He would be not there for the first 6 matches. He would have to play in the provincial competition in Sri Lanka if at all he has to be considered for the World Cup. And we all know the main thing is not the IPL, but it is World Cup 2019. But as of now, it's the IPL 2019. Well, dear fans and subscribers, it was a pleasure bringing you this daily cricket show of mine today. Hope you all loved the cricket broadcast, and it's time for me to finally sign off this on a Saturday. Thank you.